So these are my new top 10 trainers, or sneakers if you like, and I'll be straight up with you, I am no sneaker freak, but I am someone who over the last 25 years or so, since I can really remember my footwear, has enjoyed wearing lots of different pairs of trainers or sneakers, and has particularly enjoyed not paying full price for them. In fact, I could count on the fingers of one hand, I think, the number of full price pairs of sneakers or trainers I've bought, which proves I am not a real devotee, if you like. I am not a die-hard sneaker freak. But hey, I bought this beautiful pair of top 10s, which I did get for where I am in the world at the moment, a reasonably good bargain price. And it's the first pair of Adidas Top 10s I've had, and when I bought them I thought, hey, well, what are the top 10 trainers, or pairs of sneakers if you want to call them that I have owned over the years? And so this is my little run through. It's kind of in order. I may have left something out, but then again, if I can't remember it, it probably wasn't that important. So I'm going to start at the bottom and work up sort of my least favourite of my top 10 to my most favourite of my top 10. And the least favourite, where we're going to start, I can't even remember the name of the shoe. I know they were by Hi-Tech, and it was the first sort of real pair of proper brand name trainers that I got probably about 25 years ago. At the time, the Hi-Tech Silver Shadow was actually cool, and I mean, I guess it probably still is really, if you're into that kind of thing. I really wanted those. This was kind of like the budget equivalent. It was a similar silver grey colour, except then Hi-Tech tabs were sort of fluorescent orange or fluorescent yellow on alternate sides of the shoe, and that was what our budget ran to. And that was my introduction to the heady world of brand name trainers. At number 9, I've got this I still have them, really hideous pair of Nike Air Summer Beacons, and they're bright red. And as a friend tells me, they look like the sort of shoes that gangsters in Belgrade wear. I've never been to Belgrade, never met a gangster there, so I can't verify that information. But they're one of those kind of like designed for running in the wet. Wear them in the summer in a stinkingly hot country, and they're fantastic. If you've got to wear shoes, like when you're driving, really breezy, really super ugly, but super comfortable as well. Brilliant sole, and I've really enjoyed wearing them, even though everyone always comments on how hideous they are. I had a pair of Asics, which are going to come in at next, number 8, and I don't know what they were called, but if they were a Nike shoe, they would have been the Cortez. They were that kind of style, an old school kind of running shoe, but they were in a comfort style, which means they have Velcro straps, 3 Velcro straps, or it might be one big tab Velcro strap. Anyway, they looked a bit special, but they were really, really comfortable, and I really liked them, and it was a sad day when they died. Sticking on the same theme, I had a pair of Adidas Comfort, Campus Comfort, one way around or the other. They were kind of a weird metallic-y green colour. Again, I took a lot of stick for having them, but I really enjoyed them. And they were a really cool pair of trainers, very, very comfortable. And I am a big fan of the old school flat kind of Adidas shoe. So that was them. The next, I'm consulting my little black book here. It does not contain exhaustive lists of the footwear that I've ever worn, but it's what I made these notes in. Number 6, which is eluding me, and that would be the Adidas Pro Shell Highs. And I got them from an outlet store outside Las Vegas, and they were silly cheap. And they were like, if you know what an Adidas Superstar is, they're kind of like the boot version of that. Very, very comfortable shoe, very practical, lasted me a very long time, and I liked them. They were kind of cool. I would have worn them on my brother's wedding. Me and him got permission from his wife-to-be to wear them with our suits, our morning suits, but sadly the trousers were too straight leg on the suits to sort of sit over the Pro Shells, so it didn't happen, but it was an almost a very cool moment there. Sticking with Adidas, my Adidas Marathons that I got from a discount store somewhere in Cornwall, they were fantastic. I really loved those shoes. I loved the design of them. They were a cool colour. They were kind of a dark burgundy-ish leather colour, and they lasted a real long time. They were really, really comfortable. And definitely, if I saw that shoe again, I would buy it. And to me, that's always the mark of, is a shoe really worth it? Okay, moving up the list. I've had a couple of pair of Nike Elites with a waffle sole. The pair I've got at the moment are green. Green? They're not green, they're grey. They're grey and black. I had a pair that were blue and yellow before, kind of Swedish, colours of Sweden. And both those have been fantastically nice little pairs of lightweight trainers. Really enjoyed wearing them. Above them on the list, New Balance. I wanted a pair of New Balance for a really long time, and then my wife and I went to New York. We walked around, I think it was after about 10 days of walking, I had absolutely killed the footwear that I had, and I had to buy something else, and I found this pair on sale, as in on a discount, in a store somewhere, I think 14th Street, in Manhattan, and I bought them, and they are still going. 5 years later, I still wear them regularly. They're a fantastic piece of footwear. That's New Balance 574s, and yeah, really like them. Okay, moving on. Number 2, I've got to give the big shout out to the first pair of Adidas campers I bought. They were dark blue with yellow stripes. They were the first sort of old school flat Adidas trainers that I had, and they were so good and they lasted so long, and I put them through so much. That's what really made me go, hey, you know, I'm into these shoes. And I was a huge Adidas fan. I still am a huge Adidas fan. My brother, younger than me, was well into his sneakers, probably a proper sneaker freak, and he was well into his Nike. I managed to convince him Adidas were cool. He managed to convince me Nike were cool. And so my number one pair of trainers or sneakers that I would make the top of my list, if I saw another pair, I would buy them again. I have never seen another pair other than the pair I bought, and they are, I don't even know what to call them properly. I can't really find anything on the internet that says what they are, but they're Nike Air Max 90 boots. And I don't know what that is, but they've got like a thicker sole all the way through than a normal Air Max 90, but the air bubble and everything is the same. The back of the shoe, with the kind of rubber buffering bits, is like the Air Max 90, but they are a bit like a boot, and they were just brilliant winter shoe, like fantastically comfortable to wear, brilliant support. I wore mine 3 winters in a row. They are mashed into the ground now. They will not last another winter. It's a very sad day, but I am going to have to chuck them out, and if I ever see a pair again, I will definitely buy them, regardless. I think almost money no option, within the bounds of what I actually have in my pocket at the time. But there you go, there's my top 10 trainers. If you've got any comments on that, if you want to flame me for not being a proper sneaker freak, anything like that, leave your own list of favourite footwear that you've bought, and then do that in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks very much for watching, and enjoy your footwear. Cheers.